5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
This is 14 North Radio with Mikey Solis, Sean Miller, and Jared Bensick.
What's up, ladies and gents?
Hello.
We're back here again.
Hey.
As
hey,
always, I got Sean Miller with me.
What's up?
And Jared Bensick.
Toodaloo.
And today we got our guest.
Does that mean bye?
Yeah, I guess it does, huh?
Okay.
Yeah. We got our guest today is Jared's good friend Amir here.
Amir.
Who we still have yet to figure out what he does or why he's even here. No, I'm just kidding.
Actually, Jared invited me, and I'm like, sure, why not?
Nice. Yeah.
You said there was booze and someone's going to take
Well, I felt like I haven't brought anybody around, so I'm like, hey, my buddy's moving, and this is like the last time I'll be able to do it, so.
Are you moving out of state?
Well, kind of. I'm moving to Long Beach. It's almost like a different state.
Yeah, I guess you're right, yeah.
Right on. So we're on the cusp of the time change here, guys. We're on the daylight savings time.
Which I like.
I prefer it.
Yeah, I like having those, the nights still have daylight when you get home, and you're like, well, I could stay up for a while.
I can actually do something.
Yeah.
So there's a couple states that are trying to pass a bill to not do it. Now, it's cool if they were going to stick with daylight savings time, but what'll end up happening is just going to stick with standard time.
Right.
And I'm not a fan of that.
So, hold on. So then.
I think it's Oregon. Or
Oregon
Washington,
and Texas are going to do it. Now, Arizona doesn't do it at all.
Right. But the sun does change throughout, like, the year. In the summer hours, the sun is up longer already without daylight savings time. So how much more would it affect it? So instead of I think in the summertime,
you'd still lose that hour of daylight.
It gets dark with daylight savings time around 8:30. Even at 9, you could still kind of be out at its peak.
Right.
So it'd just be 8 o'clock. It's like going to be completely dark. So you lose that hour.
I feel like I just need the daylight, man.
Do you like this time better than the standard time?
Absolutely.
Yeah, me too. I'm in the same boat.
You can get home with some daylight.
Right.
And it's weird how your mood and your attitude can just be affected by if the sun's out or not.
You're not beating your kids because it's dark out.
Yeah, it's dark.
Go to bed.
I think that correlates with how much sunlight you get too, because if it's still sunny after you're done with work, you're not indoors all day. So.
Right. That's true. It makes you feel like there's daylight.
Like you still have a day to
home early.
do stuff for sure.
Yeah, and so it's like we're spoiled here in California. I mean, today it was super hot, man. And it's gonna be 90 degrees this weekend.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So we kind of take the sunlight for granted because it's always there. We're just like, all right. And then when it rains, nobody knows what to do.
See, but I love when it rains.
It's California has a news story when it rains.
And everybody does lose their shit. I love it. I love actually the winter in California because it's mild. It occasionally
it's like 2
rains.
days this winter.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, I can't believe it's going to be 90 degrees this weekend. It's like, God.
It's still officially winter, right?
In the spring.
It just started because of daylight savings time.
Okay, so daylight savings kicks off spring
Yeah.
officially?
The spring equinox, is what they call it.
I had no idea.
So, Amir, you work at a job where you're indoors all day?
Yeah, I work from home actually.
Oh.
So I wake up and I'm at work right there.
So how's the commute? You don't have to
in the
deal with
summertime it's easy, but in the wintertime,
right?
So are you like a lot of email or phone calls?
Phone calls and emails. It kind of depends on the day.
Do you ever have to do like peer-to-peer, like Skyping or on?
No,
on
never FaceTime because thankfully I just get up and I'm ready to go.
Do you work in your PJs all the time?
I'm like in my underwear and not even a shirt.
Like his commute is from his bed to his desk.
I'm going to think about that every time I call like the helpline somewhere. Like,
somebody's in their underwear right now.
Right now. You're in
No,
your
but you're not working
really
with customers, right? You're working with internals, right?
Internal, in the business.
Can you throw some details exactly what your day-to-day is?
Well, basically I get up,
Mm-hmm.
and right now I'm actually managing a staff in India, so they kind of send me all these emails and stuff. I answer it in the morning time. Kind of take a little break, take a lunch
Hair
and
the
stuff.
dog.
Yeah, so no, can't do that because if I get a call, I'm screwed.
Little flurry and
I definitely take maybe a little extended lunch and a nap during lunchtime.
Jeez.
What did I do wrong with my
So
life?
when you work with guys from India, are they on your work time?
No, they're actually, I want to say like 10 hours ahead. So they'll email me like 6-7 hours prior, and then
Okay,
in the
and then
morning
you
I
get to
just
it
get
when you
to
get
it
to
when
it.
I get to it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, I read this book called The 4-Hour Work Week. It was by this dude named Tim Ferriss, and he was talking about how to get an assistant. You know, you try to get as much time back is what the whole
Yeah,
premise of the book is.
that's cool.
And so, but he was talking about you could literally get yourself an assistant that's in India, and it ranges anywhere from like $10 to $15 an hour. 15 being that they speak the better English, but it's so crazy. Like these guys will be somehow get you dry cleaning, send
What?
the in-laws or the mom dukes a birthday card. Like they do this crazy shit. And
Really?
It's like they never leave the comforts of India. I mean, I don't know if you could say comforts, but I know, right? It's so crazy to me.
So they're looking. There's this service that you could get an Indian assistant to do stuff like. Well, they have to do it by like making calls or emails
They
and
take
stuff.
care of all the shit you don't have time to take care of.
Well, at
How many-
$15 an hour, I'd hire someone that's 18 over here and say, hey.
But yeah, how often are they working for you though? That's that could get pricey.
And how reliable?
No,
is
so
an 18-year-old here?
he put it in the context of what your time's worth. So yeah, if you're paying an assistant $10 an hour, how much time are you accumulating back? Because what it is, it's not necessarily always about money as it is time. Like so, you got a guy who makes $110,000 a year, but he's working 80 hours a week.
Yeah.
Then you got some guy who's making $50K a year who's working 40 hours a week. I mean, it's like it's cool to have money, but who's got more time?
Yeah, time is all we have.
It's important.
But what do you do on that time?
It depends on how productive you're gonna be to do your own interests. But when you're working, I know I got friends who make some decent amount of cash, dude, but they are working all the time.
They're slaves to the man.
Every time we even hang out, they're working. It's like it's one of those things. So it's cool to have this cash and be able to buy shit, but how often do you get to enjoy it?
Yeah.
True. Well, what's it like working from home? Do you get to go out all the time? Does it get old?
Actually, it does get old, and at times I'm just like, I mean, that's one of the reasons why, like when Jared said, hey, why don't you do this? I'm like, sure.
So when you're moving, when we say you're moving to Orange County, you said?
Long Beach.
Or Long Beach, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, Long Beach. You're actually moving, and you're moving your office.
Well, yeah, basically.
All at the same time.
Yeah.
And then, because you don't get to see anybody all day, and that could get, I guess, kind of lonely. You know, like we could think about it.
Or
like,
you get sick of these people that you see every day. Anyway.
It's like, but then
It's
it's the same
catch-22.
thing. Yeah, it is. It's catch-22 for sure.
Well, that's the thing, though. Is like, especially in LA, it's kind of harder. In Long Beach, because I used to live there, I know once I get off work, I could just ride a bike. I could just do stuff. Over in LA, like around 4 or 5, you can't do anything.
You're not getting anywhere.
Yeah, you
You're
can't go
done.
anywhere.
Yeah.
And
That's
it's
true.
ridiculous. And the freeways are packed all day long. That it's not like, oh, here's 3 o'clock. The freeways are packed. No, it's like there's
All
so
day.
many people.
The
There's so many
101.
work schedules. It's like it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant now. It's just packed all the time.
Yeah.
There used to be a day where it was a time where you'd be like, wait, what time you get off? 3? Ooh, you could probably do it. Now it's like, it doesn't matter.
Well, because then
Just
you
fucking-
also got to think all the kids getting off school. Like their parents are picking them up and
Why are
driving
these kids on
them.
my freeways?
Well,
Yeah,
even
why
just
are
their
they taking the
parents.
freeway?
Fucking
But
assholes.
like, so like going up today, I had to go up to Santa Clarita on a short notice, and it took me longer than there was traffic. I mean, I was like,
You got there pretty
ridiculous.
quick.
I
I
did
mean-
I think the traffic. I think any time of the day, if you're trying to go from the 101 to the 405, you're
Mhm.
screwed. I mean, it's always going to be congested there.
It's the worst layout in the history of mankind. It's the best place you could ever possibly be geographically. You know, California, I mean, you could just get center mass of LA, go to the mountains, go to the beach, do all this shit. However, you're going to have to wade through the 50 billion fucking people
Yeah.
that are in your way to do it.
Yeah, like I hate going out of town. Like I try to leave like either really, really early in the morning or really late at night, because the worst thing about doing a road trip is your first 2 or 3 hours is stuck in traffic.
Mine was I just did a road trip. I just did the drive from LA to Portland, and getting out of LA was ridiculous.
I noticed on your video, why didn't you just take the 14 up to the up and over through, what is it, the 55 into
the
Bakersfield?
58.
58?
So the reason I didn't do that is because going that route actually adds an hour and a half time to my trip.
To Bakersfield?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it does.
To go all the way to Santa Clarita?
What the problem is, I'm so far east that I would have to
Oh.
go north and then west, and that travel of north and west adds $1.30 on it.
I didn't
So
know that.
it's easier for me just to add the 45 minutes to go down to the 5 from where I'm at.
Up and around.
Yeah.
Huh,
It's
interesting.
just the only shitty thing, because on paper it looks, why would I backtrack? Why would I go south to go north? But it's just so far east that I got to go north, and then that westbound is just forever. And it's a 2-lane highway. So you get stuck behind a truck,
You're done.
you're done.
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. And that was my biggest issue on the drive. I didn't hit much traffic once I got to the 5, but the trucks that love to pass each other.
Oh, it's the worst.
And they don't want to let each other pass.
And they're going to go 2 miles faster than the other truck. And they're
Yeah,
like, "Nah,
it
fuck
takes
this
it takes
guy."
like 10 minutes for them to pass the
Yeah.
truck.
You know what's cool? What I like is the truck
Truck
lane
lanes.
in
Right.
on the 15 when you go to Vegas.
Yeah,
That's
truck
it.
lanes.
They only fuck around in that lane, and then you got that fast lane.
Well, I was going to say, speaking of traffic, while we're talking about it, I love a surprise Jewish holiday.
Oh God, yeah, because there's nobody on the
Because
road.
there's nobody on the freeway. You're driving to work and you're like,
It's almost eerie.
fucking Jewish holiday. And you're fucking
Especially
like,
in
"Woo!"
LA. It's like, yeah, that's,
Yeah. Surprise.
You know what it
Jewish
feels like to
holiday.
me when there's a Jewish holiday? You remember that opening scene of Vanilla Sky when he's running down Times Square?
There's
There's nobody
nobody
there.
there.
Where is everybody? I'm going to get to work. You know what
That's
I'm
not
going
a
to do?
racial joke.
I'm going
It's
to buy
just-
fucking bagels before I go to work on
jeez.
Jewish. Well, no, because I got time, because I got time to buy bagels.
Yeah, but they're closed.
from Ralph's.
Oh,
From Ralph's. No, but yeah, surprise Jewish holiday. You're like, what the fuck? And you look at.
Well, you can
look
tell
at
if
the
anything's
thing.
going on. If they're like the kids are out of school or there's a holiday, it's like you just sense. There could be like you could gain 10 minutes on the freeway and you feel it.
yeah,
Mhm.
you
'Cause
love
it's
it.
so
oh,
shitty.
don't you?
So good.
My favorite thing in the world is being in traffic. And then once the traffic dissipates, and you could just go fast, and like you're just like excited to go
And then
fast.
it all stops
It
again.
stops
Yeah.
again,
And then you're done. You know what's sad?
and then you're done.
This is what I love about LA is you'll see a car accident and you're like, oh, this is why there's so much traffic. And then you slowly inch past the car accident and there's still traffic
Yeah.
next around it. And I'm like, oh.
Oh, then there's traffic on
It's
the other
ridiculous.
lane. They're
Dude,
just
and
looking.
That's a simple fix. They need to make the barrier with a block
So you can't see the
to
cross.
the other side.
That's a good idea.
And it's super simple. It's just like
Didn't you say they did that in Europe?
Yeah, so in Germany, if there's an accident, the like the EMS comes and they put up like a block, so even the traffic going that same way.
Oh, that's cool.
they don't see it. So there's nothing. Either
That's good.
You're
That's
gonna slow
cool.
down and you're gonna watch a green screen or something that's blocking it.
That makes so much sense.
Yeah,
Something-
it
Those
does,
Germans
and
are
it's
so
like
smart.
Well,
privacy
they're very
too.
efficient. They probably just
I
saw
know.
that and said, "Hey, let's just do this." Yeah.
Speaking, I guess, continuing with traffic, I saw that unmanned cars were showing up in San Francisco.
Like Google cars.
It wasn't Google,
Autonomous cars. Yeah, but I think Google's doing it.
Yeah, they're doing.
but
it.
yeah, I mean,
And they were rolling around San Francisco?
yeah, and
it's
it's
like Uber?
really a weird design because it's just like it was 2 seats and they like face each other, and it's just this weird, super futuristic looking car, and it drives you around
We need to get cars off the road. That's the number
and
one.
into the sky.
Whatever. We should have been doing that by now,
I
right?
know, man.
I'll tell you what, if they really did do the autonomous driving car, like in the morning commutes would be so easy because you could just go into your car, take a nap, and just let
It'd
it
be
go
like-
to work.
And it would
Yeah.
probably be scientifically done to where there's not traffic. It's like everything
Well, because
moves at a
assholes,
pace.
you get a little hill and everybody's like, yeah, I'm going to
Or a
tap my
turn.
brakes.
I remember I used to have to commute to the west side, and there was just one part of the freeway that it was a turn, and it was always traffic. And I was like, it's just this turn, guys. Come on.
It matters not. So the same thing with
That's true.
the Autobahn. The reason why they could have basically you could drive as fast as you want is because there's no major turns on that freeway.
Oh, it's just straight
They're
shot.
just straight shots. They designed it that way, and whatever turns they have are subtle.
Really?
So they're like, "Fuck it, go 97 miles an hour. We don't care."
Well, they also have those European cars, which are super engines and stuff.
Let me
and, like,
let me fix your mic real quick, dude, because
sure.
I got the gate cranked on that. But keep going.
is this?
Oh, yeah. I could keep hear it going in and out. huh?
Okay. No, I was just saying, like in Europe, like speeding in like those supercars and stuff, it's a big deal. So it's kind of like that's kind of the culture over
Don't
there.
they? And they also say there's less accidents on the Autobahn than there is on any other freeway.
Really?
Yeah, because more accidents are fatal, but less actual accidents. Because people aren't. It's like people aren't being idiots. Everybody's going at their own pace, and they're just smarter about it.
Well, with that, so this is what's great, and this is I wish they would. I just started recently seeing the signs that if you're in a minor accident, pull the fuck over.
Yes.
Jeez, yeah.
I don't understand where people
Just stop.
They got the concept that you can't leave the accident, so they get out in the
And they
middle
stand
of
in the fucking freeway,
the
right?
most dangerous place you
We
could
could
possibly
get killed, dude. You're gonna get killed.
So they finally started putting signs up to just pull over, but with the European motorways, you know they talk about how there's less accidents, there's less fatal accidents where you can go as fast as you want than there is here, where the speed limit is majority 65 miles an hour,
Yeah.
and there's people dying all the time.
Oh yeah.
Like I was telling Sean, I was like, I don't understand how they flip the fucking car over.
How are they
How?
doing that? Are
How'd
they
you
just
flip?
driving erratically?
How'd you flip your car on the 405?
Yeah. How do you?
Because
Going 35 miles per
I
hour
know.
in traffic.
There's traffic, and you flip this motherfucker? What'd you do?
Give me surrender that license. But with the other thing about Europe, man, that far lane is for passing. That's it.
And they know that.
They know
'Cause
that.
I feel like people here, they don't realize that the far lane is the fast lane.
Yeah,
They're
but
just toting around.
so what they're not understanding is when they see speed limit, they're like, "Oh, well, I'm going the
That's
speed
it.
limit. I'm fine."
65.
No,
But
there's signs that say slower traffic, keep right, and that doesn't mean slower than 65. It means slower than the car behind you. Get the fuck over, because that's what causes accidents.
exactly. You got to go with the flow of traffic.
You have to just don't cruise.
People
in
think
that
they're
far
being
lane.
safe by going slower, but no, you're going to hurt yourself or hurt somebody else.
Yeah.
Go with the flow of traffic.
Yeah,
That would solve a lot of
need a little.
problems.
Okay,
See,
so
and I also don't like how, we all say go with the flow of traffic. How people can get pulled over when everybody's going the same. Like, say if everybody's going 75, why can somebody get singled out and get pulled over?
it's just how it's gonna go.
Oh,
yeah.
because he's going 76, and that's
That motherfucker.
Well, it's just whoever. Well, see, with that, it's just whoever the cop says it
Decides
is.
to pick.
Yeah, it's really how it works. I went on a ride along in the most fucked up place to do a ride along, which is the 138, and he was pulling people over. It was weird because they were all going the same speed, but he was like, "Nah, I'm getting this guy."
Why? Was there any kind of...
Nope, just the radar went off. Everybody's going flow of traffic. They're all speeding, and he would just be like, "Oh, that's the one I picked. No, that's who's getting it." And then so
was it
everybody
based on the car?
no,
Or
it's
the
just whoever-
ethnicity?
just who he caught. Here's the thing that I did learn, because I was like, what they were doing was, and this is kind of fucked up to say because they were really nice to me, but check this out. On the 138, it's a 2-lane highway. Every so often, it breaks open into 4 lanes so
Right.
that you can get past those trucks.
Yeah.
Well, they would wait right there.
So people would be
So
hauling ass.
they would be hauling ass to get around these trucks, and they would fucking pick them off. It was like fishing with dynamite, dude. It was just like, this makes no sense
It's
to
kind
me.
of shitty.
It's real shitty.
There's all those traps. It's almost like that is entrapment because obviously you're going to be going fast.
So the people who got out of tickets, and please do not take what I'm saying as gospel. I'm just saying what I
what
experienced.
you witnessed that day.
Everybody who kind of gave shit to the cop got out of a ticket,
Really?
but everybody who was like, "Yeah, I'm sorry, sir, I was speeding." Ultimately, you're self-incriminating once you fucking say,
You're
Wow,
sorry.
because I've had the opposite experience in my life.
"Really? You've been
I've had the
super
complete
cool?"
opposite experience. Like with the cop, I'd be like, dude, I'm sorry, blah, 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 blah. And he's like, don't let it happen again.
Nah, though everybody who contested it,
Wow, that's interesting.
off.
That's interesting. To
So
hear.
what were the other people saying? They're like, yeah, I was going fast because I had to get around these trucks, man.
Yeah.
no, they had attitude and was like, "I wasn't doing that. I wasn't going that fast." They can't. So with that radar can see you far. When you start to brake when you see a cop, it's
You already
too
know
late.
what you're doing.
It's already
He's got
too
you a
late.
mile back.
Really?
It's funny how that people think that.
Yeah, I heard a theory where you brake, you keep hitting it, and it will like mess with the radar. That probably doesn't work at all.
No,
Zero
not at all.
things.
So it's funny, and this is what pisses me off. And I know not everybody knows this, but when you're driving on the freeway and then everybody slams their brakes because they see the cop on the side of the road, I hate to break it to you, but he's seen you fucking 2
Way
miles
far.
down. Yeah,
That's
or he's already
crazy.
caught
So
you.
they really catch you from that far away.
Yeah, dude. And it's a lot of stuff is tandem. So if you here's the thing.
Oh yeah, they have their guy spotting
If you see one,
it's too late.
there's another one.
that's
They've
already
got
pulling you over.
Yeah, and so everybody who contested when I was on it, they got off. And sometimes this means because this cop is not going to go to court to fight it.
Yeah, but I also heard that that's like a myth too, is that if you go to court and the cop doesn't show up to fight it, still the judge could say, well,
That means nothing.
there's a ticket still. There's still a citation.
That means nothing.
Okay, hold on. So you
Right.
do have to have. So if you're being accused of something, right, you get the ticket, right, and then the was that the
It's
monitor?
poltergeist. No, it was your light,
They're
dude.
back. Oh, this one's going out.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's poltergeist.
So don't get scared. The light flickered. And
Shoddy
everybody freaked out.
electricity.
No. So when you're going to go contest something in court, there's required to be a witness to be able to say, hey, this happened. So if the cop doesn't show, then there's no way to say that, hey, this happened or not.
No, but I heard that that's all a myth. Like the judge still has the final
Doesn't matter.
word,
It
right?
doesn't. I went to court and I fought a ticket.
What's that? Go ahead.
No, I fought a ticket in court, and the cop didn't show up. But whatever's on paper is considered his testimony.
Yeah.
Wait, so you didn't even get off?
No.
They reduced it, but I fought it, and the cop didn't show up. But I was like, I don't agree with what the cop said, and he was like, well, I'll reduce it. You showed up, pay $200.
See,
That was it.
See, because I've heard your theory like my whole life. Like you go, cop doesn't show up, you probably get it dropped. But then I was just talking to Chris because he had a
cell phone ticket.
Yeah, and he said he had to go to court, and he
went to court for a different reason.
No. He
went
didn't go
'cause
to
he didn't
court.
pay it.
Yeah, he didn't pay. So
Right.
he got the
You're
look,
definitely
motherfucker,
getting
you didn't
Fucked
pay.
once you don't pay it.
But anyway, he was looking up if the cop didn't show up, just like to see. Well, it was different circumstances, but he was saying like a lot of people have had where the cop doesn't show up, and you still get the fucking ticket.
Well, I've heard that. And I remember in high school, like they actually took us into the like auditorium area, and they actually had like they had actual trials going on in our high school to just teach
The
kids
mock
a lesson.
trials?
Yeah. No, it wasn't mock. It was like serious. Like these.
Wait,
people,
no, they were real trials.
They were
you
real-
guys were witness to.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
This was all speeding tickets and all that stuff, and I mean every cop showed up, like 99% of the time.
Really?
the
Yeah.
cops
So
would show up.
and then that too.
Dude, if I was a cop, I'd be like, shit, I'll go to court today. I don't
You
care.
know why?
Yeah.
Because
They
it's
get the
paid.
day off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
so
a paid day off,
It's a
pretty
paid
much.
day off, pretty much.
But they have to be in. I mean, they're going to work. They've got to be in uniform.
Right.
They got to go
No,
But
they're
Your
in
life
uniform.
is less likely risk.
in danger.
But you know what helped me out though? I realized because I got a ticket. This is when I lived in Palm Springs, and the courthouse was in Indio. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Indio.
My
That's
grandmother
where
lives in
Coachella
India.
Is, right?
I've heard
Yeah.
India.
Yeah.
My grandma's blocks
Which
from
is
Coachella.
there's unsavory characters out there.
Yeah.
And I was the only asshole in slacks and like a tucked in shirt. I didn't have a tie, but I had a collared shirt tucked in for a speeding ticket.
Yeah.
There was people there like
Flip flops.
flip flops, and they're like, "Oh hell no!" I didn't-
Savage, Your Honor, I wasn't going that
And
fast.
so they were getting pissed because the judge was like, "Yep, guilty. You got to play the part."
Yeah.
So I was like, "Yes, Your Honor. No, Your Honor."
Yeah, you got to be a gentleman.
Yeah, I might have been speeding. I don't agree with the speed because he put me at 75 and a 45.
Oh,
And
were
I
you?
was like, to be honest, I have no idea. To be honest, I wasn't paying attention. I was just going to work, and he pulled me over and said I was doing 75 and a 45. And I said I was cool with the cop. I mean, the cop was not a dick.
Yeah.
I was
Still
like,
give you a
well,
ticket.
if that's what you said I was doing, then okay, I guess we got to go to court and figure it out. But I wasn't a dick, so I took it, went to court, and I was like, I'm pretty sure I wasn't doing 75 and a 45. To be honest, Your Honor, I don't know what I was doing. And he goes, all right, pay me $200. And that was it.
I just thought I have a 50-50 ratio of getting pulled over and either not getting a ticket or getting a ticket. So I got pulled my first time ever.
What? Okay, tell me about this math.
Yeah.
Well, because
How do you derive at these equations?
Well,
because
it's pretty sound. He's got a 50-50 shot of not
Well,
getting a
because
ticket.
I got my
because
kind
I
of a
got pulled
ticket.
over 4 times, and 2 I got a ticket, and 2 I didn't. The first time I left high school.
That's perfect, actually.
I left high school because I had to go number 2.
That's the most used.
Did you tell the cop that?
No, but I didn't tell him. I didn't tell him that. But I actually literally left high school because I didn't like to go at school, to go to my house, to go to the bathroom.
Unless the officer's name was Officer Dookie, and he'd be like, I understand.
So I didn't tell him because I was super nervous because it was the first time I got pulled over. Or it was actually the second. Sorry, it was the second time, but I knew I was speeding because I was trying to get home, and I didn't tell him. And I was just super nervous. The actual first time, the guy, God, I did this. This is what I did. I was 16. I literally had my license for maybe 2 months. I saw he put the lights on behind me, and I pulled over to the left side of the road.
Ooh.
And I had like a missing, like a headlight that was out or something. He didn't give me a ticket, and he was he was a state trooper, not like just a policeman. So he was kind of hard on me, but he said, "Just get out of here."
Was he white or black?
I mean, this is in Colorado, so he was white.
Let's say he's black. I just pictured surprise, motherfucker.
And then I got pulled over for not yielding to a pedestrian, and then I guess I feel like I'm getting pulled over more, but it is like I've gotten off just as many times as I've gotten a ticket.
So I got pulled over for the first time ever in California.
I saved him.
When?
This is a couple months back. He thinks he saved me, but
Absolutely.
it's funny. No, you didn't. I swear to God, you
Tell a
didn't.
story, and I'll tell him the real story.
Sean and I carpool a lot, and he knows that I don't break laws at all.
And I make fun of him for it. I'm like,
Like
why
you
do
don't
stop
speed
at
at all?
Oh, I speed.
No,
I don't cross
but
over
he stops
double
at the
yellows.
red lights before the freeway. I was like, why do you stop, sir? That means nothing to me.
So
Zero.
I was like, you know what? I'll fucking cross the double yellow right here and get in the
To
carpool
get in the
lane.
carpool.
And as soon as I crossed, I seen his lights. dude.
Oh,
I was
man.
like, man, and then he's as clear as I saw him, he saw me.
Yeah.
And so, but traffic was shitty. So we're going. I'm like, and this guy's like moving through traffic.
He already had his lights on, or you
No,
just
no,
saw
no,
the top
he's just
of him?
moving.
Oh,
He
okay.
just- and then finally he gets behind me, and I get pulled over, and he goes, you crossed the double yellow. I was like, yeah, I know. And he's like, all right, just want you to watch out because we got motorcyclists out here, and you just be careful. He's like, have a good day.
That's it.
That's it.
That's not what happened.
Go ahead.
What happened?
Yeah, because why would he pull you over? Like, why would he?
No, well, we crossed the double yellow, which is illegal.
I'll tell you why he didn't give me a ticket after.
So
He's Mexican.
we got pulled over. No.
He was.
That doesn't matter. You can be anything.
Well, that could be a 50-50
Hold on.
shot in California.
So not only was he Mexican, I got my
Miami.
82nd sticker on the
you
back
were
of my
veteran.
car. My veteran sticker. So
You had a
it's-
white guy in the passenger seat, sir.
No, I
gave him
believe
my white
Mikey.
card. I gave him my white card, and he was like, "Oh, this motherfucker's white."
No, I believe
Y'all go about
Mikey
your business.
because I think they
Shit.
respect veterans, and he was Mexican.
Do you get shit by cops? Do you get shit by cops at all?
No.
How about
in fact,
CS
I can't
TSA?
even remember last time I was even like pulled over.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you get
Well,
fucked?
I'm like a mellow person, and even in my driving and everything, I think the last time I got a ticket was probably in 2004,
Oh wow.
and I didn't like contest it. I knew what I did because I took a left in a right-hand lane because there was just so much traffic that I'm like, yeah, like I did it, and it was basically a trap. Like it was in a mall. It was super crowded. The guy was waiting for people to do this. Because there was no other way
So
to
it's a
take
common
left.
thing where you were doing
Yeah.
it. Okay.
So I'm like, okay. But yeah, no, even in like airports and stuff, people are like, what?
But you don't look. You're Persian.
I'm
You
like
don't look
so
Persian.
whitewashed, so it doesn't
Do you
matter.
speak like Farsi at all?
I understand it like fluently. I could speak some of it, but not like if I go to Glendale
How
or
often do you get
like
patted down at the
Beverly
airport?
Hills. Yeah, I'm not gonna like people are gonna be like, you are the most whitewashed Persian ever.
Were you born out? So you're born out here, born
Yeah,
and raised?
I was born in D.C., raised in like California and
Okay.
stuff. So yeah,
But no, have you ever had trouble at an airport?
no.
Nothing.
He doesn't look
Nothing.
Persian to me, though. I always think he's just white guy.
Yeah, I mean, especially since my wife loves the beard and all that stuff, but still, people just like are out there, all whatever.
My wife loves your beard too. It's kind of weird.
She said that, huh?
Well,
I
yeah.
know.
It's
She's
so
into it.
crazy.
She's into
So
it.
yeah.
See, my wife, she's not particularly like the beard. She likes the small beard, but not a big beard.
Why it's a little scratchy?
Hmm. Well, yeah, it does get. Actually, when it's short, when it's just stubble, it's crazy scratchy.
So I never really grown my mustache out.
Which is all you can do since you're.
No, dude, I'll get.
You really like
I'll-
Charlie?
Hey, I'll get fucked with at the airport too.
Dude, I gotta run when we carpool. I gotta have one of those tape roller sticks when he grows his beard out, dude. Just clean my seat.
He's like, "Where's my keys?" I'm
Full
like,
of
"Oh,
hair.
right here."
Yeah.
So it's just cool. I'm a big Kings fan, by the way, and so every playoff season that comes around, I let my beard grow. So it gets. I mean, the last couple seasons, man, my
It gets
beard's-
big. Yeah, it gets pretty
you
thick.
get pretty
he
crazy.
knocks over furniture.
I got to use Pantene Pro V. Dude. It's like just come.
Do they-
Do you do that? I
And they
wonder,
think you're Arab or
why
what?
doesn't shampoo work on beard hair but it works on hair, like your head hair? Why does it work on beard
It's
hair?
more oily or something.
It's way more oily, 'cause
Is
your
it-
face.
It's different hair.
Think about how much oil your face produces.
You ever use when you were a kid in high school? Do you ever shampoo your pubes?
Every
Trying
day,
to
yeah.
make it smelly,
Till now.
but it's never
Trying to
like
make it smell.
silky
I was
smooth.
trying to make it smell good. It didn't make it because your hair. It's so wiry compared to your head hair.
Why is there a difference?
Why? I don't know.
It's
Right?
thicker, more coarse.
Oh,
so
it's-
it produces more
But why
oil.
should there be
Well,
different?
hold
It's
on.
hair.
It serves a purpose.
What,
Did you know
pubes?
yeah.
To like not get things stuck in there or what?
No, it's
Actually, it gets things stuck in there more. It's kind of fucked up.
I don't.
hold
Yeah.
on.
It's hard to find my
Are you gonna look
penis.
this up on your
We've just
phone?
hit a new level in the podcast.
It's hard to find the penis when they grow out. No,
What is the purpose of facial and pube hair?
or armpit hair.
But
So
my
facial hair is because this all stems back in the day because it provides warmth.
Mm.
So when we're hunters and gatherers, and it's funny, Sean's got a brilliant theory of why people are fucking so stupid today is because we don't have to go out and hunt and gather anymore.
Oh, absolutely.
Remember we were talking about like
Yeah,
people
yeah.
get pissed off over like the people who write letters because Janet Jackson showed it.
Because they have nothing to do.
They have nothing to
They
do.
should be farming.
like
Go farm. You wouldn't
I
care
actually-
about a titty flopping out during the Super Bowl.
I feel bad for the type of people. I mean, I grew up like a mountain man. I know how to take care of myself. I know how to build a fire. I know how to hunt. I know how to gut an animal. I feel bad for the people that can't really do that because if some shit went down and you had to do that,
Right.
you'd just die.
I know of a couple people.
Oh, I'm here. I'll fucking.
I know a couple people that would not last.
I would probably die right away.
Would you really? Like, could you last?
I would
Well, let me
go
ask
into
you a
my
question.
saving. I would go into my savings. I'm like, hey,
No, well,
could
money's
you hunt for
money's
me?
no
The
option.
bank, you can't
Once
get a hold
matter.
of the bank.
Once shit goes to
Yeah.
haywire, money's no
It's
option.
funny-
Could you hunt? What about a zombie apocalypse?
That'll never happen.
Might.
But let's just say
No,
a
because
complete
I would-
natural disaster, and you had to like fend for yourself.
Listen, a zombie apocalypse, like I was telling my wife, that she loves that Walking Dead show,
Mhm.
and it pisses me off because I'm like, there is no plausible
Carl.
way this
Carl.
could ever happen. Because
Think so?
Because within 6 months, the zombies would all be like decayed. They wouldn't have a food source. They would all be gone. So I would just like find a place to hide out
For like
a
6
year.
months.
And then I'd be like, okay, we should be good. Maybe like 1 or 2 zombies. here and
Restart
there.
civilization. We're cool.
So from what I gathered, there's a lot of doctors are saying there's still no particular reason why we should have
Really?
pubic hair to this day.
Mhm.
But however, it's to provide warmth still.
Well, isn't it kind of weird how we don't grow hair in some places?
Like
I mean, like around, like we don't grow hair on our cheeks, like on our
yeah, but you
upper
see
cheeks.
that dude that his whole face grows.
Yeah, there's a werewolf.
Yeah, but
dude.
that's like a
There's
one
a-
guy
Yeah,
out
that's a
of
genetic
billions
disorder.
of people.
I saw a
Yeah.
motherfucker with a claw.
You don't grow. You don't really grow. You don't grow hair on your hands.
No,
You
mine
don't-
do.
on your palm of your hand. You don't grow like
That is true.
Well-
like, why is it so specific?
like some people are hairier. Some people get a lot of hair on their back. Some
Like,
people
my wife
don't.
has giant hair on her toes.
Really?
No.
You make her shave them?
Don't tell me
Oh,
that.
I pull them. She'll
Does
be
she?
laying in bed. I'll
Oh.
take them and I'll pull
She's got
'em.
hairy toes.
No, she makes me braid them,
No,
outta
it's
here.
funny
and I
because
put a little ball in at the edge, like a little cornrow.
it is funny how you grow hair just on a little bit of your toe.
You
It's
know,
like 5.
It's so funny,
dude.
that-
It is like 5 hairs. It's
I was
so
gonna say,
stupid.
like, I have no hair on my body. I have no hair. I don't know about you guys. I
He's
have 0
Cherokee
hair,
Indian.
but I have like a 20-inch hair off my nipple.
Just one?
Just one.
You keep it.
It gets caught in the door, dude. I'm like, what the fuck? I gotta shave it, and it's out like this big. The next day,
It's
it's like,
'cause
hey,
you
what's up,
shaved
bitch?
Actually, I heard that was a myth. Like,
It is a myth. Wife still, yeah.
like when you shave, it
your
comes back
legs or
even
whatever.
more.
Yeah, it doesn't mean nothing.
Because then, like, there's like women that like shave their arms as well as like their legs. What do you think about
There's
that?
some women that need to shave their upper lip. You ever seen chicks with a
Whoa.
beard?
I've seen a full beard.
Well, that's like the Wolfman thing, like with all the hair.
No,
that's
dude,
a genetic
I've s-
disorder.
No, when women
I've
get
seen a chick
older
with a
though,
straight
No,
beard.
even now, like so,
young girls.
Yeah, so when I was in the army, I was in line in chow hall line, and
Which is the worst place you want to see a chick with a beard?
yeah, here's what sucks, dude. She came into the chow hall, and she was cute, super cute. I was like, oh my god.
You know, you weren't the only guy looking at her
man.
too.
No, yeah, exactly. And so, anyways, so she gets up closer to the chow line, and homegirl's got a full
No,
beard.
like so you
dude.
couldn't see it from far away.
You couldn't see it from far away. But when she got up, dude, it was
Is it the kind of
full-
beard that would gather dew in the morning?
No,
It was the kind of beard that would get you smoked for not shaving in the morning.
What?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I know.
Are you fucking
now, who's
serious?
gonna say anything to females?
So, but now
Maybe
was it like
I
it
blame
wasn't
her
just
friends.
long peach hair? What peach fuzz?
I
It
blame her
was-
friends, dude. I blame her friends because girls' friends got to be like, look,
You didn't shave that
you
shit.
got to shave it. Just fucking do
Oh
it.
my god, it was
How
I feel,
humiliating.
I feel bad because I felt nauseous when she got close to me.
It
But
was that
maybe-
bad.
It was that bad, dude. It was a full fucking beard, and I was like, and she was gorgeous.
Maybe like she normally keeps it down, but she knows like she's gonna be a target.
And so, and
if
then
she's like,
Yeah, you might be right.
I won't say her name, and I won't say where I was at, but she was like one of the most squared away soldiers. She had won like the Soldier of the Month board at the base that we were at. So her picture was in the Army Times that we were at. You know, it was like, oh my god,
With the beard.
with the beard, man.
it was full.
How long? Like,
Wow.
okay, look at my beard right now. It's not that long. It's
It
pretty
was-
short. It's like
dude,
a 5.
It was stubbly.
Like, could she be in a circus sideshow?
If she, I bet if she let it grow.
Oh,
But it was blonde. It was all blonde hair.
So it was really fine, but you could still notice it.
Yeah, dude. I feel so bad because, I mean, look, what's she gonna do?
yeah, shave it. She
laser
would have
it.
to shave it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's like
Yeah.
laser. There's like women that they laser from the eyebrows down.
I love that part in Wolf of Wall Street when he's telling the dad, he's like, no hair from the eyebrows down. It was like, I loved it.
All right. I was talking to my buddy the other day about the excitement. It sounds so silly, but the excitement of growing underarm hair while in puberty.
Oh, as a
I was
kid?
so excited because I played basketball and I didn't like. I mean, I hit
late-
puberty at a
late
normal
bloomer?
time. It was 8th grade, but there were some dudes that got it in like 7th grade. So I was like, I saw these guys and they're playing basketball. They got all this hair under their arms, and I'm like, what the hell?
What
Like,
is
and I was so excited when I had underarm hair growing. Like, it just like I felt like a man at that point.
Do you remember the first time you saw your first pubic hair?
I remember my underarm hair, not my pubic hair. My underarm hair, I was actually hunting up in
That's
Colorado.
so manly.
And I was like, because I would always check. I would check
It's-
every
that's
day.
all- that's
You
what
know
it took.
what? You were hunting and it spurted out right there. It's like,
He's like, this is some man shit.
Dude, I was so fucking ecstatic about growing underarm hair.
That's so funny. And maybe some Persian.
You just
and
had
it's
you,
like
you were
there's hair.
just
born
born.
with it, dude?
you were born
It's
with
like-
hair.
I'm like, I think I was born with pube hair. So
By the way, this
But I
right
look-
here, is probably about 2 years.
like
2 years in
not
the making.
trimmed.
We took the podcast to a whole new level now.
No, you grew it out a little bit, and it looked good. You grew it a little thicker.
I
on
know
your chin.
Mike had some shots of me in New Orleans. I didn't know you were shooting me. It was kind of like
Yeah,
little
you almost
stalker
look like
status.
that dude that sold the mugwai to fucking Billy.
I know. I had some. I didn't know it was that long from the side because you see it from the front, from the mirror. You don't know what you look like from the side. And I was like, wow, that was pretty fucking.
You look like
I
fucking
grew a
Spartan,
goatee.
dude.
Yeah.
You fucking had it out.
wait. So does anything else?
No.
grow?
That's no.
That's
Zero.
crazy
Yeah,
'cause you're-
for
Dude,
me.
I have no hair. Like you could take duct tape to my arms and nothing would
He's
happen.
good.
Zero. I have no hair on my body.
So if you kidnapped Sean, you'd be all right when you had to
So you like? What about your legs?
show him.
It's sparse. I mean, look, nothing. A
See,
little bit.
Wait.
Little bit.
So what's your ethnic background like exactly? Do you know?
Well, it's the reason why I don't have hair is Native American. You ever seen an Indian without a beard?
Oh,
Yeah.
how?
Huh? That was racist.
Yeah, that was
they
racist.
are. I
Racism.
worked with this Indian guy that was his name is. I think his name was Snow. No,
Edward
Win-
Snowden?
like Winterhawk or something like that. Some cool ass crazy name, and that was his actual name. And he was a grip. He was a key grip on a show I worked on.
I want some names.
And
like
dude,
that.
he was like, it was just not one hair on
His
his
name was
arm.
like
they don't grow
Hatchet.
beards. They don't grow beards or any of that shit.
Hatchet expert.
And my dad say because my dad's side of the family, my great great grandmother was full blooded Cherokee.
Really?
And there's a picture of her sitting there like fucking scowling.
Who's the one that's related to the original Tarzan?
My wife.
What?
Oh.
What?
Yeah, so
My
check
wi-
this shit
my
out. This
wife's-
is
Is
new.
that real? I
My
didn't know
wife's-
Tarzan was real.
That's
No,
gotta be
the
true.
actor.
No, the actor.
Oh,
No,
I was like,
fucking Tarzan. Yeah, no.
I thought you were talking about a guy who's raised by
I'm for the
apes.
genetics
Yeah,
of
no, the
this
fucking-
Tarzan.
Which, by the way,
That
because
does
of
sound
him,
right, though.
you know the city Tarzana
Yeah.
because he bought up all that property in Tarzana. And
It's
called
fucking
it Tarzana.
named after him?
Yeah.
Get out of
Well,
here.
dude, I
Swear to
did
God.
see. It was actually on the Chive the other day. Real motherfuckers that were raised by animals.
What?
Who's
You
that?
didn't see it, dude?
No.
Like literally, like raised by wolves and shit.
Like Mowgli?
Yeah, like Mowgli.
Get out
Do
of
they
here.
sing songs with a bear?
And like they would disappear. They would like some people would see them.
The bare necessities.
No, they would like see them, like in the wild. They were like literally running with wolves, and then they couldn't. Like they would disappear.
Shut up.
Kevin
I
Costner?
swear, dude. This is like it's. They had
It's not like a viral video like you saw.
No.
Did
It
you
wasn't a
Snopes
video.
this?
It was. There was
Come on,
10.
we're better than that.
There was 10 events, 10 actual events that they witnessed people being raised by something that was not human.
You know, that was like one of my favorite parts on K-Pax when he ran and talked to the dog. When he was like, woof, woof, woof.
That was pretty good.
And he told the kid, he's like, stop hiding her shit.
I didn't watch that again. I haven't watched that since I was a
Fuck
kid.
you,
movie,
dude,
dude.
I can't
That's one of
believe-
those movies that's a tearjerker for me.
Really?
When he goes and visits the house and he realized what happened.
That was fucked, man.
I get like this. I'm like, oh, no,
Dude,
no.
if I watched
Have you got-
Lion King, I would still cry.
Is there a
Like,
movie?
it's-
Is there a movie right now? If you guys watch, would you cry?
Lion King, dude, that
Lion
always
King?
made me cry. When his dad died, are you kidding
do you
me?
got?
I think
That's
I'm
hard.
emotionally dead because I can't think of what I'm thinking
No.
right now.
I got one.
What?
I was thinking about it the other day. Fuck, what was it?
You're talking about the
no, we were talking about
Time Traveler's
Time
Wife?
Traveler's Wife, dude.
I never saw it.
Oh, and Braveheart.
Oh, yeah.
What part
at
of
the
Braveheart,
end?
though?
The end, dude. We
Yeah.
said,
Oh, I was
I
talking
pretty
"Oh,
sad.
this
to
motherfucker."
my buddy about Braveheart actually last night. Can you guys think of another movie where somebody starred in and directed that's that good?
Ooh.
Did he direct that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
I didn't
He won an
realize
Academy
that.
Award
Dude,
for
the
directing.
movie is amazing, and his performance and the directing are
Yeah.
both fucking almost flawless.
I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know.
Because then we brought up like
You're a dick for bringing that up now. You should have threw that us before.
so,
in
but no,
pre-production for the
I gotta do
podcast.
some
well, okay, so like one I said, which is not awesome. It's not nothing like Braveheart, but what the hell's it called? The one about when they go on this whole trip to like Iran or something on the plane.
Oh, that's what Ben
Syriana?
Affleck?
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, what was that called?
Argo?
Argo. Argo was a good movie, but and he starred and directed it.
It doesn't strike that chord.
Not
that-
with like how freaking Braveheart does.
Braveheart
Yeah.
struck a chord. I remember watching that in the theater, dude. Going.
Oh, I didn't see the theater. That'd been
I saw it in the
sweet.
theater.
Because there's other like Clint Eastwood directs himself in films, but there's nothing that's like outstanding.
Unforgiven.
Did he direct that?
He directed Unforgiven. Yeah.
You're super sad in
Actually,
Unforgiven?
actually, I think he might have. You could probably check me up on this. I think he won an Academy Award for directing it, and I think the movie did. I don't think he did for acting, but that's probably on point. Unforgiven.
So I can tell you the first movie I ever cried in
What?
was La Bamba.
La Bamba is an amazing
At the end,
film,
like where he
dude.
goes
At the
on
end,
the
dude, I was
plane?
7 years old when that movie came out, dude. And when they died at the end, and the mom was crying out there in the yard when she was hanging the clothes up, dude.
Dude, La Bamba is like I watched it not that long. I mean, it's a while now, but like I really like that movie.
So another movie that didn't get the, I mean, La Bamba was so good, but even the Buddy Holly story with Gary Busey was fucking great.
Right? No, that was good.
Yeah, he won Best Actor or Best Picture,
the
Best
mic. You
Director,
gotta get in the
Best
mic.
Actor.
He
No,
won
he didn't
Best-
win Best Actor.
No,
Sorry.
he did not. Right?
He got.
Jared in the mic.
Oh, sorry. He won. So he won for Best Picture because he
Who's
produced
this
it.
again?
This is
Clint Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood for
Okay.
Unforgiven.
Best Picture and Best Director. Right?
The one for Best Actor in Supporting Role, Gene Hackman. Best Director, and then
Yeah.
Best Film Editing. But
Yeah.
he was he nominated?
I think that was on. That's on point. With
He was
Brady.
nominated though. He was nominated, and for both directing and acting. Isn't that insane, dude? And the only other one that we could think of that was outstanding was Orson Welles' Citizen Kane.
Yeah, but I think it's not as emotional for me. The
No, I'm talking about just like to direct a film like that
Oh,
and
yeah.
star in it.
Right.
So I mean, the Lion King scene is pretty.
God, dude,
Pretty
it's
tough,
so
dude.
hard.
You know, I mean that was pretty bad. I didn't cry, but I got emotional during the There Will Be Blood scene at the end when he fucking just told him he's
See,
like,
but that's like the best. I actually feel. I don't feel fucked up about it. I kind of really like that part.
Do you really?
Or are you talking about the very end, or when he's
told
talking
him,
to his
he's like,
son?
when he said he's not, you're
Oh,
not my
okay, no,
son,
that was messed up. I thought you were talking about the
someone
last
left you on
part.
my
Yeah,
doorstep.
that was kind of fucked
That
up.
was fucked, man. Like
Because it was all about he was only working for himself.
he loved
no,
him,
but
dude.
I think
on.
I think he loved him until he
Went deaf
Went deaf, and then it changed. And I think
because he sent him off. He did. You're right.
He really loved him until he went deaf.
I don't know, dude. I think
That's
that
what was
character
tough.
was set up to be such a fucker that he didn't ever love that kid. He was only using him as a pawn in his game to be
but
a
all
millionaire.
the beginning showed him that he really kind of loved that kid, dude.
No, but he was putting him to bed with whiskey and milk at like
Yeah.
fucking 6 p.m, dude. He was like, "Go to sleep, bitch."
Yeah, and
That might
being
have been
passed
a
out
normal
drunk
thing
all the
back then,
time.
It could have been. It could have been. It
Because
absolutely
people,
could have
like,
been.
when they're teething, like the babies.
They do the whiskey.
the
on
whiskey.
But that was
yeah.
hard, man. That was like when he, because look, I've always been of the school where, I never wanted to have kids. I just wasn't going to do it. Then I have a kid, and it was like it's the most amazing thing that I've ever experienced.
Define most amazing.
It's just she's just so I couldn't explain. I couldn't.
The amount of love.
The amount of love.
You can't take it back.
Nothing.
Yeah.
There's nothing I can trade to.
Which I think it's a good way to define anything that is super awesome is you never want to take it back. Like that
Nothing.
happened, and you can't imagine anything not happening.
Yeah.
Around
and it even,
which is a good definition.
And it's crazy because it even messes with my thought. Everybody has that thought of like, love to. What would you do if you went back in time, right? If you could just go back with the knowledge you know now. I think about it in the sense that I'm fucking worried that if I had that capability,
you wouldn't have
her.
Yeah.
And so, I know that how I
That's
feel.
a good point, man.
And then that's when you watch that fucking movie. And he's sitting across the desk from him.
Saying that.
And then not only that, it's all like in the picture. It's not only he's saying it, he's got the interpreter signing to the son. So it's not only he's fucking saying it.
It's completely hateful.
He's saying it, and he's got to sign it back to him.
It's hateful as shit.
And he never learned fucking sign language.
But also,
in that many years.
So it was hard.
It's a little different, though. It wasn't his son. It wasn't his real biological son.
It doesn't matter.
If I didn't know that, though.
If even...
Yeah, but he knew that, and he always, I think, had it against him.
But still, he made him love him. Like he made the son love him.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna go do that? Like that's to me where I'm fucking cut off. Let's change this up now because I know we're fucking.
I've never seen this film, but I'm gonna watch it tonight.
You've never seen There Will Be Blood?
No, and I'm gonna have a good cry tonight. I'll tell you that.
It didn't make me cry.
That sounds pretty.
It's
shitty.
tough, man. It's a fantastic movie. Like, we talk about Daniel Day-Lewis all the time.
Which is, he's amazing. My Left
Gangs
Foot.
of New
Are
York,
you kidding me?
dude. Oh, I try to start that, and
My Left Foot's good.
He's incredible. I've always been drawn to people with cerebral palsy because my senior year I went to state for a speech that was about cerebral palsy, where I would play a person that had cerebral palsy, and then I'd play how they were in their actual brain without any kind of muscle disorder or nervous system disorder, where they couldn't, they were like kind of slightly deformed and had speech impediments and stuff. And when I saw that movie, and it's funny because I saw it like years after I portrayed this thing, and I was like, God, dude, this guy was so perfect. Like he played it, and you just didn't even question it.
I was talking to my mom, and she said because he won an Academy Award for My Left Foot, and he came up on stage to accept it, and she was like,
"That's the guy.
He's normal.
Yeah,
like, he's a regular person." I think there's only a handful of real actors on this planet.
He's definitely
probably
one of them. Well, he was one of the, I think, in our, not our lifetime, but in our, I guess, American cinema lifetime, if you think about from, I guess, 70s to 80s, I guess maybe it was just 70s, but John Cazale, you know who that is?
John Cazale.
He was only in 4 movies.
Oh, and he died of cancer? I saw that documentary.
Every movie he was in
won an Academy Award, right?
Yep, for Best Picture.
Man, that was a good documentary.
Godfather 1, Godfather 2,
what was
Dog Day Afternoon. I don't know. I only saw clips of like Al Pacino talking about it and Meryl Streep, because Meryl Streep was in a relationship
Netflix
with him. So he was in Godfather 1, Godfather 2. He was in Dog Day Afternoon, and what was the last? Deer Hunter.
Man, he was amazing.
That's the only movie he's ever did. And this guy is,
and he died of cancer like real fast.
Yeah, he was young too. I mean, he did theater like for a long time, but then those were the only 4 movies. Because he plays what's his name in Godfather, one of the sons, and he's just, God, every scene you see with him, Fredo. He plays Fredo, and you're just like, God, this guy's so good. He's like, how is this actor? And then Al Pacino, because he was like best friends with Al Pacino. Would say like, yeah, this guy, you just like, you can't help but like when you're watching a performance and he's just over in the background, you just are watching him because he's so good.
When he was sent to Vegas, because he was sent to Vegas. Yeah. Man, he was trying to be like, hey, look what I did.
He was trying to be, he was trying to be something.
Fucking just pissed on.
Yeah.
And I felt for him. I felt so bad for. Are you a fan of The Godfather?
I've never actually watched one of those films.
You haven't watched any of these movies.
Let me ask you a question. You don't sit in traffic. You work across the street, or across the street. You work in a room next to your bed, but you don't watch Godfather films?
No,
What kind of movies do you watch?
Let me see. Because
Harold and Kumar?
My wife doesn't even have tolerance for films anymore, so I don't watch movies.
Wait. Let me tell you something. Do not let the wife wear the movie pants in the relationship.
Well,
Yeah,
I'll tell you what. Since then, I probably watched more episodes of The Real Housewives, and
That's the problem.
Oh,
That's
my
the
God.
problem.
See, no, but
you
you
gotta
like
wear the movie
they
pants, man.
like the B movies. Like he knows all kinds of
I
B
know all
movies
the
that I
stuff
don't
from the
know.
80s and stuff like that. But then, like, I used to watch all the horrible films too. Like before, like I was dating my wife and all that stuff. Like, let me think of like what I like Woody Allen films and all that stuff. I like a lot
Okay.
of cult classics from like the 80s and all that stuff. But yeah, The Godfather was just one of those series that, I
That
just
slipped through your
Yeah.
fingers.
Well,
I
no,
never
what's funny
watched.
is I didn't see it until maybe 2 years ago.
really
Yeah.
that's surprising.
It's his
since
sister's
you're in
fault.
film.
Sonny died, dude.
right?
I-
was a
Did she
bitch.
not she didn't
Oh,
fuck around with that
He was
dude?
still in the family though.
Sonny'd still be alive. We don't have any of these problems.
Um,
I know. I could argue about this.
There's a lot of films. You know, I love film. That's what I want to do. There's still a lot of films I haven't seen that I probably should have seen.
Like
what's one example?
I mean, I can't think of one.
Did you have a film when you were a kid that made you look at the movie and go, "That's it. That's what I want to do"?
Land Before Time.
Actually, no, not really. But some of my favorite movies as a kid were Stand By Me,
What's that?
I
Leaf?
like
Hold on. I'm
that
sorry.
kid.
Tree Star.
Tree Star. Yes. Yes.
Jurassic.
Found it. I found
What's funny
it.
is these. Well, Stand By Me, I think, is a brilliant film.
That's good.
Love
Yeah,
it.
That's
that
a
was
really
done
good
well.
movie.
Shot in Oregon, by the way.
And
Makes sense.
Sick balls, Chopper.
I loved. I mean, The Goonies was my kid movie. The Goonies and Never Ending
Goonies?
Story were
Real-
my kid movies.
I knew you'd say the Goonies after you said Stand By Me.
The Stand By Me, dude, even the just narration.
Oh, dude!
of
To this
that.
day, that movie
No
is
other
still
voice.
amazing.
See,
Dude, that was a kind of a thing that we were talking about. Casting does play such a fucking important role. Like, nobody else could
Oh,
play
Sure,
but
absolutely.
also the directing of Stand By Me. Think about directing these kids and how well
I got.
They were
I,
all
did.
good.
I got a movie that's better than that. Nobody knows about this movie except for me and Tim. It was called The Explorers.
Yeah, I never heard of it.
Never
It,
heard.
young Ethan Hawke was a kid in this. It was a movie
So
where
was it before?
But I like his other stuff, like Swing Kids and all that stuff.
This is before that. This is when he was a young kid, Ethan Hawke. So they got this code from this. He had a dream about how to build this bubble in a computer, and the bubble took him to space. And they met aliens in space. It's called The Explorers. For all the you guys love the Goonies and all that bullshit, fuck it. Look up The Explorers. It's 10
See, but
times
that's the
better.
thing that I've tried to do this with friends. When you see that movie as a kid, it's fucking awesome.
I
and you
rewatched it.
you still think it's awesome. As an adult, you tell me to watch it, I would look at it because I don't have that mindset
Same
anymore.
thing like
'cause-
MacGyver, man. When I was
Well,
a kid, dude, MacGyver was
like,
fucking
I tell
awesome.
people to
Like,
watch.
this motherfucker's cool.
I tell
I
people
need
to
to try
watch.
to watch it now.
No, I tell people to watch the Goonies, and they're
You
like,
see
"This
what
is
MacGyver
fucking
could do with two
stupid."
strings?
I'm
know,
on
right?
board with that, dude. I've rewatched some movies I liked when I was a kid, and I was like,
Oh, dude, Never Ending Story for sure sucks now.
there was one movie that holds up forever until I die. I will
Wizard
still
of
watch.
Oz.
Yeah,
No, I fucking,
yeah.
No,
dude,
that's
those-
You don't like Wizard of Oz?
no, it's boring.
I could fucking watch it from beginning to end.
I love Wizard of Oz.
My
I'm
wife
talking
maybe.
about the Burbs.
Oh, the
You
Burbs
love
is
I can't
good.
watch. I tried
You like
watching
Burbs?
Burbs.
Yeah,
It's
I
good.
like
tried.
the Burbs with Tom
It's-
Hanks and
Couldn't do
everything.
it.
You know what's funny is I actually did see that.
business.
I didn't see it as a kid. I saw it as an adult, and I actually did like it. But it's Tom Hanks.
I couldn't do it.
You can't fuck it up.
That was during
Joe
his height,
Dante.
too. Tom Hanks was just...
It's during his
he couldn't
height.
do wrong.
perfect.
He's
Saved
still
by
around.
Ryan. I think that was fucking.
No, I
great.
think he never's coming down, dude. Tom Hanks is fucking rad as shit.
We gotta get Tom Hanks and Kevin Spacey in a movie together, dude.
Oh yeah, that'd be a
I
good
didn't
movie.
realize how big Kevin Spacey's getting right now. He's like
Well,
going
'cause
through
House
this
of Cards.
House of Cards
I
is
know,
huge.
I know
But
House
he
of
was
Cards.
huge before.
Did you see?
Yeah, but not. It
Oh,
was
have
kind
you
of
ever
like,
seen Iron Will?
Which one's that?
It's a Disney movie about the Iditarod in Alaska, and
Cuba Gooding Jr.?
no, and so it's like they're racing with dogs.
You know what the fuck I'm talking
I know what you're
about.
talking about.
So they're doing it's dog sled races, and his kid is like he's like a teenager, and his dad like dies, and so he decides, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm taking my dad's spot. I'm going to do it. And then Kevin Spacey is actually the reporter that finds out that this kid is doing it.
Wow.
And I mean, as a kid, I loved it. I don't know how it is now, but it was like Kevin Spacey. Like that's my first experience with Kevin Spacey. I was like, what? This dude is so cool.
You know what I hope, like, so we all have this this. Let's push it out to 10. We all have this like this character idea of people, and so like for example, like Samuel L. Jackson, like we all want to think that he's Samuel L. Jackson in every day. You know, like when you meet him, he's like, you know, yeah, motherfucker, yeah, but he's not. And the same thing with like Kevin Spacey, you would like him to be his character, Kevin Spacey, around you. I bet you it's like,
right?
What's up, guys?
Well, Kevin Spacey's done some pretty bad roles too. I remember seeing some weird thing with him and the guy from Swingers. What was his name?
Vince Vaughn?
Vince Vaughn. It was a Christmas thing where it was so bad. And I'm like, why did Kevin Spacey accept this role?
No. Hold on. I don't tell guests no often. That was not Vince Vaughn, that was Dennis Leary.
Was it Dennis Leary?
Yeah, Dennis Leary robbed their house. Kevin Spacey was tied up and he hated his wife.
No, this was Vince Vaughn turning into Santa Claus. This was a different film.
Oh, that was a Claus.
Yeah, the Claus, and
No.
Kevin Spacey was in it.
Because
that's
Kevin,
right.
Kevin
Yeah.
Spacey was in
You
another
do watch
Christmas
shitty
movie.
movies.
He loves shit.
Whereas Tom
you win the
Hanks-
award.
I hate shitty movies, and
Tom
he
Hanks
loves
has
them.
never done a role like that.
Do you know who played his brother was one of my other favorite actors? Oh God, what's his name? He was in Sideways.
Paul Giamatti.
Paul Giamatti.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good movie.
That was a good movie.
I loved him in Private Parts, man. That was my fucking bee's knees on the Howard Stern movie.
Oh, I saw that so long
was
ago.
such
I
a
can't remember.
Dick in that movie. You guys ready to do this new segment for the podcast here?
Yes, sir.
So we were having one of our production meetings. That's a lie. But we were talking about,
Production meetings on the 405.
we were, this is 14 North Radio, and all of this pretty much stems from us being up in the Antelope Valley. So we're going to bring to you today a new segment called AV News. So we're going to run through some awesome
couple
stuff
stories
that's
from the Antelope Valley.
going on up there.
Bringing it out.
What do we got up on deck?
Right here.
What's
Top of the
first
charts,
one?
Quartz Hill woman charged with pigeon drop scam.
What is a pigeon drop
I have
scam?
not a clue, but I'll tell you in a second. A Quartz Hill woman accused of trying to steal $20,000 from an 83-year-old woman. What is commonly known as a pigeon drop scam. What the fuck is a pigeon drop?
They try to
scam?
jack money from old people? Is that what that is?
I thought it was involved poop.
I thought pigeon poop. I was like, how are you going to get charged for pigeon poop?
Yeah, I don't know what that means. Elderly victim supermarket parking lot told the victim she found $120,000 in cash and showed the victim a purse filled with stacks of what appeared as $100 bills. So I think it was a little bait and switch action up in the AV.
What was he trying to accomplish?
I don't know.
Oh, this is bad. We're starting off the
No,
news
no,
stories
I'm
real
moving
bad.
on. I'm moving on.
She's all,
That's
you could have
nothing.
this purse if you give me $20,000.
Yeah,
That's what it is. It was like, I'm going to show you this. There was a man convicted of killing in Lancaster of a sword. 35-year-old man convicted Tuesday.
Killing of a sword, or he killed with a sword?
He killed with a sword.
Sword or sword?
I call it sword, but it's spelled sword.
So was it just
Yeah.
one stab? Does it actually elaborate on
Well,
how the killing happened?
He killed his living girlfriend with a sword in front of her 4 children.
What's up
7
with
years
people
ago.
with swords up in the AV? Man, didn't the Power Ranger kill somebody with a sword?
Which
Yeah.
Power Ranger?
The
There's self-defense homes.
which one was it? Was it Green Ranger?
There's red.
The Red Ranger?
Yeah, but it's like, man, a
Well, if
sword.
anyone's gonna
Which
use
is
a
cherry
sword,
or
it'd be the red
strawberry?
one.
I'm confused.
Which you don't really understand how efficient that weapon is.
Hell yeah, it's efficient. Fucking stab him through,
You just keep
Right?
going,
bleed
man.
out.
You're
Man.
stabbing or slicing. I mean, you're good. You're not running out of that unless you get tired.
I want to see these weapons. Like, are they a katana? Are they a fucking
I
like?
think it was a legit sword.
When
Look,
was the last time you heard
Is it
anybody
a
getting killed?
Japanese or is it a Civil
No.
War?
well,
Is
I'll
it-
tell you
is
the
it
name.
Tori
It's Jesus Humberto Canales.
God,
Guilty of
that's a
first-degree
name.
murder.
I love the picture. The picture's got a stamp on him that says guilty.
Boom. He
Fucking
stabbed
AV
Lucy Precado. The kids were, God, you got to hear the ages of the kids. At the time of the killing, it was 7 months, 9 years, and a 26-year-old mother. Well, she was 26.
What the fuck?
Jesus, dude, what's up with people? Why'd he kill her?
AV News, baby. AV News.
Emotions, dude.
Come
That
back
one's
to
kinda dark.
me. Bring it up, baby. Bring it up.
Is there any good stories that come out of the Palm Digs?
No.
I looked, dude, at a glance. This was. I'll give you the most wanted AV parolees.
No.
All right, we thought we'd try that
We're
one
done.
out.
That was it.
And
Two
that's
good
the AV
stories.
News.
That's the AV News. Woo!
Wait, so what's AV exactly?
It's Antelope Valley.
Oh.
If you ever left your house
I would know.
and went up north, yeah.
Is Palmdale considered Antelope Valley?
Absolutely. So
Oh.
Palmdale,
heart.
Lancaster, it's the heartland.
See, no, what's funny though
That's
is
way out
he
there.
does get out around our neighborhood, so he tells me about all the cool places around our neighborhood.
I tell him about the crime around our place, like the Korean lady peeing on our sidewalk.
I heard about that one on the podcast. Hey guys, we want to thank you for joining us today on the podcast, and we also want to thank you guys for listening. We've had a high influx of listeners, and we can't thank you guys enough. We do
Spread
it
the
for
word,
you guys.
spread the word.
Spread the word. If there's anything you want to ask us on the podcast or have us talk about, hit us up. We want to thank Amir for coming in today, and good luck with your move to Compton and Long
Well,
Beach.
Thank you for having me.
The
here.
LBC.
Yeah.
Bo!
All right.
Need some more Jack in here. We killed it.
North Radio.
I drink your milkshake.
You do. You do.